It's the real and sincere Browns fan. Don't got my headphones in, so hopefully y'all hear me pretty good. So we're doing brownie cookies and water episode. Shouting out 3 players that I picked from a random number generator. Based off the number, I speak on that player, give my first impressions, initial thoughts, so forth. I had to do this twice because the first number generator I didn't realize it was 1 through 10, so I just went ahead and restarted from the beginning, and these are the numbers that I came up with. And as you know, the rules, they had to play at least 2 games for us, and at least play 2 games for us, and are on the active roster. And I can't talk about them 2 times in a row or 2 weeks in a row. All right. So first one was number 96, Jordan Elliot. At first, the number, I thought it was Myles Garrett's number, but I was like, wait a minute, Myles Garrett is 95. So I had to go back to go look, discovered it was Jordan Elliot. He's been playing good, but he's been very quiet. I know we've been having like a rotation in there. You know, that defensive tackle room is a little deep at this moment. But, I mean, we drafted him. So he's homegrown nonetheless. I mean, he got stats. He's been recording stats, so that's good. I mean, it's a little bit hard to get noticed on the defensive tackle. Like, you got to really be dominant. You got to really, like I said, be either getting hurries or not even just hurries, but, like, tackles for losses. You also got to get sacks, obviously. Everybody likes a good sack. Maybe even an interception. So he's been kind of quiet as far as I know. I mean, I know he's been able to make some tackles, but not, like, have a real dominant game. And, again, it's really hard to try to do that with defensive tackle. You normally, you know, you're in the middle of the line. People either going inside or out, or really not really in too much inside. But they do go inside. But most of the time, they bounce on the outside of you, so it's not really coming to you. But nonetheless, you know, we got defensive tackles that do you know, got big stats. So it's possible, it's doable. So I'm not going to say, like, you know, he can't step up or anything. There's always room for improvement, and I'm sure he's working on it. I mean, obviously, playing for the Cleveland Browns and Kevin Stefanski, that's, you know, what they talk about. And then Joe Woods is still trying to iron out this defense. So, and, you know, Kev is being patient with it. So we all being patient. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of forgot his number. I didn't even realize that's how quiet he's been as far as to me from when I watch the game or when I see, you know, when I see somebody just balling or something like that. Just quiet. That's it. You know, I don't really have anything else to say because it's like I said, it's just real. He's just really low key as far as I know. You know, it's like almost to the extent that like he's on second team, maybe even third team to me. But he's on the roster, so he can't be on the third team, I would think. I mean, and he's getting stats, so it's like he's definitely getting snaps. But I know he had a big game last year when we played the Steelers and stuff. But so like, yeah, you ain't gonna forget that. You know what I mean? That was a good game. You know, I know he had like a big play and stuff like that. So like he got his good moments, you know what I'm saying, in the brown and orange, but like I said, we just need a little more consistency. That's all I could see. Moving on. Second one was number 97, Malik Jackson. Now Malik came in and he was balling, you know. Like him a lot, very well-spoken guy. Seems patient, but very aggressive when playing football. You know, in life, you know, he's very cool, easygoing, but when he get on that field, it's the switch goes on. The attack alert button has been pressed. Um, and attack alert will attack and kill, I guess. Not attack and alert. Because alert is like, hey, alert, alert, there's an attacker. But he goes out and he does the attacking. So, really enjoy his game. He's been very, very productive for us in the short amount of time that we had him. I mean, it's been about, what, 6 games so far. So, um, no, 7 now. I think, what, we're 4-3. So, yeah, in these 7 games so far, been very productive. Very good signing. Didn't know it was going to be this good. I didn't know he was going to be this nice. So that's a bonus. Especially after losing Sheldon Richardson and stuff like that. He's making that loss a little bit more comforting. Just like I said, by his play, and it's just a really good thing to see. I enjoy his interviews a lot. Like I said, it's very well spoken, patient. And definitely kind. I feel like, especially with the media. Definitely a very great addition. I hope that he continues to ball out the way he has. If he has, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he's getting Pro Bowl considerations towards the end of the year. Like I said, if he keeps going on this pace, not a lot of sacks or anything like that, but but like I said, there's definitely he's definitely making his presence known when he's out there on the field. So I'm just, like I said, fortunate, good sign by AB, obviously. And for him being a vet, that thing is another thing too. It seems like, he definitely has a lot of wisdom as far as his game. I mean, you would think he does, especially how good his game is. He could probably, school people on how they can improve their game, and it's up to them to actually listen and make those adjustments. So, yeah, definitely glad that we got him on the team. Excuse me. All right. So, yeah, Malik Jackson, really enjoy him. Number 3, that is number 25, Demetric Felton. I mean, kid's been electric, been shaking tackles, been shifty, very productive also when he's out on the field. Screen game, turns, a small, 1 yard, 5 yard, 8 yard catch into, 15 yard, 20 yard, 30 yards touchdown gains and stuff like that. So, got him in the 6th round. I mean, the skill that he possessed to be such a late pick. I mean, that's a steal. I mean, I don't even know if that's what you would call a steal, but that was just like way to find a diamond in the rough or whatever. You know what I mean? And just kind of brush it. Like, all you just need to do is just a little bit of, like, with the little broom and shit and rub off the dirt. And you didn't need to do a whole lot. You didn't need to have to, like, recrystallize it or anything like that. It was already kind of ready. It was just like a little dusty because it's been overlooked. So another good pick by AB or signing or whatever. He seems humble, but I mean, you got to be confident though. You got to be confident. What gets me is that, like, I didn't expect him to be like that kind of, like, it's like now he's feeling himself. And I mean, good for him, because, like, he balling. Like I said, you got to be confident. You got to be. And it's not like he's, like, being very pompous about it. It's just, and I get it, the media do be asking goofy questions and stuff like that, so you kind of got to, you can't get annoyed. You get a little bit annoyed, or maybe, I mean, that's probably not what the situation is, but it just, some of his responses to me was just like, okay, like, this dude a little, he a little sassy or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I thought he was kind of the quiet kid that, just, like I said, just try to do the work or whatever like that, and he do the work and all of that, but like I said, just I've seen enough where I was like, okay, this ain't all who he is. He's not the quiet type where he's like a Nick Chubb, you know what I'm saying, but a very more softer spoken Nick Chubb, you know what I'm saying? Like Nick Chubb, I know I ain't supposed to be talking about this, but everybody know like he's quiet, like for the most part. And then as far as with his interviews, like his interviews are the best. Chubb's interviews is funny because he be so hood with it, man. He do not steer off. He stick to the script. He ain't giving you nothing. Like Demetric Felton, his interviews is cool too. Like I said, there's been enough where it was just like I didn't expect, you know, what he said to come out of his mouth. I was expecting him to be just a little more, like I said, I don't want to say soft spoken, but how would I say? I don't want to say generic either, but just something where he's not trying to offend anyone or something like that. Like where he's kind of like, I don't want to use the word pulling back either, but just like an impression, like, you know, I'm a good kid. I'm a good, you know, a nice guy. Like, you know, you ain't gonna get no troubles out of me. Not to say that he said anything that is alarming or like, oh my gosh, we need to keep an eye on him. It's just that confidence, like I said, from when we picked him up in draft and he was just, you know, yes, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. To, you know, like, yeah, you know, I've been, you know, I just did what I did. I do what I, you know what I mean? Like, I can't give you a specific interview because it was so long ago, but I'll tell you, like, go back to all his interviews and you'll see what I'm talking about. It was just like to the point where we drafted him, to that draft video, to where we got to the interviews, and he kind of like, after he scored that touchdown on that one game, it was like he was feeling himself for real. But good for him, and that's all I can really say about him. You know what I mean? He's only been on the team for so long, so we obviously got to see more out of him. But I'm pleased with what I see so far. Very great value out of 6th round. So yeah, that's it. The Real Uncensored Browns fan. Peace.